Was spectacular. Shutout baseball for 7 2/3 innings with 6 strikeouts along the way. Today it's Wei and Chen's turn as the O's try to take the series from the Rays. It's up next on MASN. It's the Orioles on MASN 2 and WJZ on a beautiful day in St. Petersburg. We are inside the Dome. It is the rubber game of this 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. And hi, everyone. I'm Jim Hunter. When the Orioles won the division title a year ago, it was consistency in the starting pitching that got it done. Now, the Orioles were hoping that consistency would carry over to this year. And in fact, the staff even set a goal in spring training. Let's get 20 outs per start, give the team a chance to win, and hand the ball to the bullpen. And after a slow start, the Orioles are rounding into that form. Coming into today's game, the starting rotation has a streak of 5 consecutive starts of at least 6 2/3 innings. That is tied for the most over any stretch with Arizona over the course of the year, and it is the longest active streak. They only achieved that 3 times in the first 17 games, and they are 5 for 5. The last time through the rotation, each starter getting it done, and the Orioles have won 4 of their last 5. And, Mike, it's very simple. If the starter gives you a chance to win, gets deep in the game, good things are going to happen, and we've seen it over the past week.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and it's been fun to watch. I mean, to watch this group come around and pitch the way they have this last week is what they're all about. I mean, they made that big turn last year in June, and it really, their starting pitching carried them into the postseason. Well, they were hoping that they would start the season off like that. Well, it hasn't worked out that way, but they all know what they have to do to improve themselves. There's no panic on this team, and we've heard it before from Buck Showalter, John Russell, even Dave Wallace, the pitching coach. These guys have proven themselves over the course of the years. They know what it takes. So they're just going to keep working on the problems without the panic. Well, sure enough, here it is. It's everybody's turned the corner at the same time. It's a close-knit group. They watch out for each other. They care about each other. If they see faults, they try to correct it immediately. And here they are on a nice little string. They're saving the bullpen, and it will pay dividends as this season rolls on.
And today, the Orioles have a chance to get a series. They're home away from home for the final time. We're coming back to St. Pete. Lineups and first pitch are next. On MASN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by DraftKings. Play daily fantasy baseball for free at DraftKings.com. Just enter the promo code TRIPLEPLAY for your free entry. Another lovely day outside. Here we are inside the Dome, Camden Yards South for the final time. And here's the Rays starting lineup. The visiting Rays, Geyer, Souza, and Forsythe with Longoria in the cleanup spot. Joey Butler up from AAA today. He'll DH. Loney, Beckham, Kiermaier, and Rivera. Kiermaier has enjoyed hitting head-to-head against the Orioles with 4 home runs.
And here's Wei-Yin Chen coming off a sensational 8-inning outing in his last start, giving up just 2 runs. Fastball usage here, 64% this season. The breaking ball, 24% of the time. He's got a slow curve and the tight slide of the change, straight change, 12% of the time. Really, those secondary pitches have been coming up big for Chen. That's why that earned run average is down to 2.78 right now. No wins on the season, but he's kept his team in game. 16 punch-outs, 9 walks, uncharacteristically high there. He did have 1 game with 5 walks this season. Wei-Yin Chen typically all around the plate, very aggressive in the zone. Looking to do that today. Continue this nice streak of starter outings.
All right, now here is the question for Chen. He has not been on the mound since last Saturday, so more than a week. He has 7 wins in his career with 6 or more days rest in between starts, as he does today. Might he be too strong, or is the rest beneficial?
Well, I think all these pitchers can use a day's rest right about now. I think mentally this first month has been really tough on all these guys, challenging. And I think that they are strong. They'll be able to make the adjustments now. A month into the season, they're ready to rock and roll. Hey, early on, he might have a real live fastball, might be up in the zone a little bit. But Wei-Yin Chen, he knows how to command the fastball. He has a very efficient windup and delivery, so he'll be able to make the adjustments if he feels a little too strong.
And the Orioles, as you see in their home whites, there's Miguel Gonzalez, who was outstanding last night, pitching into the 8th. And here we go from the trot. Brandon Geyer steps in, and he'll take low 1-0. Geyer at 240. He is just 2 for his last 11. This Rays team in its last 24 innings has batted just 121. And this hook foul down the line, and here's our Jeep inside the numbers. How about top of lineups against Chen? Chen has dominated.
Yeah, lowest opponent batting average versus 1 through 3 hitters. Wei-Yin Chen just a 100 batting average. Trevor Bauer with Cleveland 100. Liriano 100. Lobstein and Hernandez on there as well, but very impressive. Best hitters usually at the top of the lineup. Wei-Yin Chen in control of 1 through 3.
Changeup misses outside. Chen outstanding against Boston last Saturday, which followed his only loss of the year, which was at Boston on Patriots Day. He had the morning game at Fenway Park. Sky to center field. Adam Jones blows a big bubble, makes the catch, and 1 away here in the first.
We'll take a look at the Orioles defense behind Chen. Snyder moving over to left field. Jones in center. Delman Young in right. Cabrera and Pierce, the double play combination for this series. Back again up the middle. Machado and Davis on the corners, and Caleb Joseph back behind the plate.
There's Steven Souza, the former national farmhand. At 214, and he is scuffling at the moment. 0 for his last 13 and 2 for his last 21.
Now, one of the risks you take bringing younger players up to the big leagues is are they going to be able to make the adjustments needed quick enough? And really, that is a reason why major league players are in the big leagues, because they're able to make the adjustments on a day-to-day basis, pitch-to-pitch basis sometimes. Right now, Souza in a little bit of a struggle, but good veterans around him. I'm sure he's out here working hard every day, but if pitchers find a weakness, they will expose it and attack it night in and night out until the hitter makes the adjustment.
Well, there is a 3-pitch strikeout as Souza goes down, and he continues to struggle putting the ball in play.
Wei-Yin Chen getting ahead and then painting a fastball 92 miles an hour right on the outside corner. Caleb Joseph not even having to move his glove, hitting his spot, executing his pitches early.
Souza leads the American League in striking out. That's the 36th time that he has fanned on the year. Here's Logan Forsythe. He has moved up to the number 3 spot today. He's had some success against Chen. 4 hits, 2 of which are home runs.
Yeah, not a lot of ABs, but doing some damage. So put him in a productive spot in the lineup.
Nice slow off-speed breaking ball that bends in there. Chen very efficient here early on, gets ahead 0-2. Rays are 2 above 500. They have won 7 of their last 10 as it's fouled off. The Orioles are back to 500. They have won 4 of their last 5. Kevin Cash, the skipper in his first year, just 37 years old. Spent the last 2 years with Terry Francona in Cleveland as their bullpen coach. And the 0-2 is lifted towards the middle. And Pierce calls off the shortstop, Everett Cabrera. He's got it, and Chen has a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Here come the O's. Got here early and got in the first row cheering on their team. Let's get a look at the Orioles starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Machado, Paredes, and Jones with Davis in the cleanup spot. Pierce will bat 5th, and Young, Snyder, Joseph, and Cabrera. Caleb over his last 10 games, couple of home runs and 5 RBIs.
Take a look at Nathan Karn's pitch arsenal this season. Fastball at 49%. Pretty good fastball. Can get some sink with his two-seamer. 90 to 95 with the fastball. Breaking ball has a real good curveball. Occasionally flip it up early for strikes, but his strikeout pitch is burying it down in the dirt, and a changeup as well. 1-1 on the season, 4.76 earned run average, 25 strikeouts for Karns, but 16 walks. So at times he has lapses of control problems, averaging over 5 walks per 9 innings.
And he misses low to Machado. Manny batting leadoff, second consecutive game. He is 1 out of 6 in this series, as you see, with a walk and a run score. And popped up right side. Forsythe out. Souza in. Forsythe is going to call, and the second baseman has it for the out. And Machado retired, 1 away.
Take a look at the Rays defense this afternoon. Geyer, Kiermaier, and Souza in the outfield. Beckham getting the start at shortstop. Cabrera, a tough time against lefties this year. Only 1 hit. Beckham's been raking him, 3 homers off lefties. Forsythe at second, Longoria and Loney on the corners, and Rivera behind the plate.
Here's Jimmy Paredes, who is DHing again. He has, for all intents and purposes, won this job for the moment. He's got a 2-game hitting streak going. And right on that pitch, he fouled it straight back. Paredes at a 370 clip over his last 6 games, really producing for the O's, including a couple of home runs and 7 ribbies.
Pitcher's still trying to find a weakness on Paredes. Very comfortable in the box right now. Very limited head movement, basically on every pitch. Not trying to do too much, but he's such a big kid that has great leverage. So when he gets the bat head to the ball, he has good jump.
Swings through a fastball, 1-2. But Showalter was saying before the game in his session with the media that Paredes looks over pitches as well as anyone he's been around, and he sits on particular pitches within an at-bat. Waves at the all-speed pitch. He's down on strikes. And 2 men down.
And that's how effective Carnes' curveball can be. One of the tops in the leagues with strikeouts for a rookie here. Great bender there. 80 miles an hour. Looks like it's going to stay up in the zone. Brady sees it up in the zone, but good finish on the end. Ends up in the dirt.
Here's Adam Jones, 1 out of 8 in the series, still leading the league in batting. Now at 373. When the series began on Friday night, he was at 400. So 2 outs, none on for the O's. Adam, first ball swinging, fouls it back. Well, Carnes, here's the most strikeouts by a rookie pitcher, and Carnes right there.
Yeah, right there in the middle with 25 strikeouts. So a big arm, and he knows how to pitch. We talked about his problems with base on balls, 16 walks coming into this game, but he has the strikeout pitch, and you saw it. That curveball that he just threw to get Paredes out down in the dirt. A lot of swing and misses with that pitch. He's had a problem with home runs, giving up the long ball. That fastball can stay straight and elevated in the zone, and not missing a lot of bats with that.
And these two pitchers today facing each other, Carnes and Chen, they do not get a lot of swings and misses. Carnes' miss rate is 17.2%, the 8th lowest. Chen is 16.6, the 5th lowest in the big leagues. So the batters make a lot of contact in the American League against these pitchers.
Yeah, pretty surprising that his strikeout rate is so high with that much contact, but you can see if his curveball has that good finish, some guys are going to swing over it.
This is the 4th rubber game for the O's to decide a series. They are 2-1 in the prior games. And Adam prolonging the at-bat stays alive.
Well, Adam's done a nice job of that. Tremendous plate coverage, handling the ball inside very well. Last year went through some spurts where they were rushing him hard in and kind of got him off the outside corner, but now able to handle the pitches in and even cover the outside corner and then some. Prolong at bats.
And a base hit up the middle. What an at-bat for Adam Jones there. Continue to foul off pitches, and he gets a 2-out single. Now here's a look at our American Standards. Who's hot, who's not. Celebrate the season with the American Standard All-Star event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and financing opportunities.
Now, Chris Davis certainly hot for the Orioles. Last 4 games, 5 for 15, a couple home runs, 7 RBI. Last night, a big RBI going the other way. Put a run on the board. Longoria not so hot. Last 4 games, 2 for 16 and 5 punch-outs. I'm hoping his bat heats up because this Rays offense hasn't been able to put many runs on the board.
Carnes to the stretch for the first time, and the fastball's upstairs. See the shift on against him. Forsythe is way out there in right field, and Longoria, the third baseman, is on the second base side. That keeps the shortstop Beckham at his normal position. Here's Longo. And a good take for ball 2.
Well, pitching Chris Davis away, they're in hopes that he's going to stay with his plan of trying to hit a home run, especially here with 2 outs. You see the pitch track, all 3 offerings on that outside corner are just running off. But here's a situation early in the game where you can really tack up the pitches. They're going to stay away, slap that ball to the other side, bring up the next guy, put some pressure on the defense, try to make something happen here early in this ball game. When you get up on this team, the Rays might kind of lay down right now, especially with their problems offensively.
No, when they have scored first in games this year, they have not lost. They are 10-0 in games in which they have scored first. 2-2, 2 down, and Jones at first. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Davis questioning Rob Drake, but then said, oh, okay, that was a good pitch. So the strikeout ends the inning. Led to the second, no score. tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Well, Chen has been consistent on the year, Mike, even though he has not won a game. 4 hits or fewer in all 4 of his April starts. Just the 3rd Oriole to achieve that since 1954. Dave McNally in 1973 and Jim Palmer in 1977.
Pretty impressive company there for Wei-Yin Chen. Yeah, 3 no decisions on the year. A couple of his shorter outings, command was a little bit of an issue. 7 walks in 2 of his starts where he pitched 4 1/3 innings.
Down and into Longoria. And upstairs, ball 2. Chen has allowed 4 hits in 3 starts, and ironically, in his only loss, he allowed only 3 hits, but his error was big in Boston winning that game. It was the Patriots Day game at Fenway.
Yeah, that was kind of the start of some just really surprising miscues by the Orioles. I think Manny started making a couple errors, and even Wei-Yin Chen, who hadn't made an error since his first season with the Orioles, booted a pretty routine ground ball.
Longoria lays off the inside fastball. 3-1 the count. Butler and Loney will follow. And it's outside, ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk. Not a good idea with a struggling lineup to allow the leadoff man to reach by a walk. Well, the Orioles are back home at Oriole Park next Monday. They'll begin a stretch of play that includes 17 home games over 21 days. First up, couple of 3-game series against the Blue Jays and the Angels. Good seats still remain for all the games throughout the month. So show your Birdland pride and come on out and enjoy a great day of baseball at Oriole Park. For your tickets, Orioles.com, or call 888-848-BIRD. And of course, the fans are calling that reopening day. Fans are trying to get that place packed for that Monday night game against the Blue Jays, and strike 1 to Joey Butler.
Joey Butler just called up. Placed Jennings on the disabled list. Another Rays player put on the DL here in 2015. Unbelievable number. 14 Tampa Rays have been put on the DL already. 11 are currently on the disabled list.
Foul tip held by Joseph.
Joey Butler's he got called up because he's doing some damage down there in AAA Durham. He's hitting .317, a couple home runs and 15 RBI in the 22 games he played there.
This is only his 15th major league game. Now's it back. He was drafted by Texas in 2008. Played his college ball at the University of New Orleans. Got into 8 games with Texas in 2013. Then following that season, the Cardinals claimed him on waivers. He got into 6 games with the Cardinals last year, but then they released him in May. And he signed with the Rays in January. So he is one of the Rays what-if guys, and here he is. And fouls back a breaking ball. 763 minor league games over 8 seasons for Joey Butler. But they had to do something with Desmond Jennings because he was active and not playing.
And take a look at Joey Butler's stance. Feet real close together to make sure he stays on that backside.
A little high. Yeah, the players going to work on the back chalk line there to erase it, get it out of the way, and get as deep in that box as they can.
Yeah, another inch or 2. Take a look at Wei-Yin Chen's fastball or breaking ball. An extra inch. Make a difference.
Double play ball. Cabrera will step on the base and fire to first. So with the ball going towards the bag, Cabrera took it himself. And the double play erases the leadoff walk.
Well, nice job here by Wei-Yin Chen getting the ground ball. Cabrera's been playing a very solid shortstop. Unassisted double play there. He's right in front of him. Why waste the time with an extra flip? Nice job handling it himself. But Wei-Yin Chen, looks like he's in very good command of all of his pitches right now. Nice job working Butler into that ground ball.
James Loney now, and he will take a strike. Swing, and he went too far. Tim Welke said he offered.
I see Loney with those check swings very often, typically very comfortable in the box. But I'll tell you, Wei-Yin Chen has such a smooth delivery. That fastball just explodes out of his hand, so hitters think they got to turn it up a little bit. As soon as Caleb Joseph or Chen recognizes that they might have to start a little sooner to get to his fastball, drop that breaking ball in there, get him out in front. That's exactly what happened for that second strike.
Let's see what Caleb puts down here. Calls for a fastball. Wants it inside. And it's fouled back. Chen has dominated left-handed batters on the year. Loney, one of just 2 lefties in the lineup today. They're hitting just 143 against them on the year. And the 0-2 is ripped to right field. Back it goes, and that ball is gone. An 0-2 pitch as Loney prolonged the at-bat. And he hits it out, and the Rays get on top.
When you make a mistake, and there's going to be trouble. Too many. Just one here in this ball game, and Loney got it. Caleb Joseph setting up away, wants it off the plate, and he just leaves it center cut for Loney. No stride, quick bat. Get the bat head to the baseball. Back spins it out of here.
That is the first home run by a left-handed batter against Chen on the year, the 5th overall. So the O's fall behind. Here's Tim Beckham. Beckham getting the start at shortstop. In games he has started, Beckham is batting just 184. For a young player, he seems to have a knack for coming off the bench and producing.
Yeah, they were hoping yesterday was going to be that day. He got the late call to come in and play.
Center field for Jones, not that deep. Adam glides in on it and has it for the out, and the inning ends. But the Rays do get the lead. Home run by Loney. Bottom of the second coming up. 1-0 Rays. Pierce, he loves Tropicana Field.
Oh, he sure does. Incredible numbers here at the Trop. Opening day, the big home run. 314, 3 doubles, 5 home runs here at the Trop. And take a look at the highest career OPS versus the Rays. Minimum 100 plate appearances, so a lot of at-bats here. Steve Pierce leading the way with a 974. Matt Wieters on that list as well at 947. And in Steve Pierce's career, 6 doubles, 8 home runs, and 15 walks against the Tampa Rays.
And our Express Stat brought to you by Express Care, a LifeBridge health partner. For locations, visit whywaitintheer.com. So the Orioles now come to bat down by a run. Young will follow, then Snyder against Carnes, who allowed a 2-out single in the first. Here's in the number 5 spot today, trying to get that batting average above 200. That long drought, but now starting to come on.
And put some good swings on the ball here in this series, squaring it up pretty well.
Breaking ball bends in there for a strike, 1-1. Carnes is averaging 8 Ks per 9 innings, but he's also allowing 5 walks per 9 innings. Here's late on the swing, and it's 1-2.
Bruce must have been looking for something else there. That fastball just got by him. It's like a defensive swing.
Lays off, and it's outside, 2-2. Carnes was drafted by the Nationals in the 12th round in 2009. He pitched in college at Texas Tech. And then he developed a right shoulder injury and had to have surgery. So his first year in pro ball, he sat out. Popped up, center of the diamond. Beckham calls off Forsythe. And he's got it for the out. And 1 away. Maryland Lottery's contestant of the game, Paul Pinder of Cambridge, has won $500 for being selected and will win $500 more for every Orioles home run hit in the game today. Play baseball Bucks scratch-offs and win up to $50,000 or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Just visit mdlottery.com/baseball. Here's Delman Young. First ball swinging, fouls it back.
Delman typically doesn't waste much time. If he sees a pitch he likes, he's going to take a rip. Successfully, too, I might add, under that 348 batting average.
Up and in on him.
Look at Delman Young's power zone. Great coverage here. Down and in, up and away. A veteran hitter. Big time numbers. 10 years in the big leagues.
Foul tip.
Came up with some huge hits for the Orioles last season. Pinch hitter extraordinaire. You don't really see that too often in the American League, but he came up huge. The O's off the bench last season.
Chopped to third. That is a fair ball. Longoria with a nice play gets Young for the out. He charged in to play the true hop and then fires on the run to get him.
The most important thing about this play, nice read, but keeping his glove open and flat when he comes down to the baseball. Nice transfer right there, former Gold Glover. Making it look easy over at third.
Here's Travis Snyder. Back-to-back starts for Travis. Off the end of the bat, left field. Moving in on it is Geyer. And he's got it. So after his team got him the lead, Carnes has a 3-up, 3-down inning. Through 2, Chen going back to work. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by PNC for the achiever in you. Well, another picture postcard day in St. Petersburg. Rays with a 1-0 lead on the Loney home run. Yep, Baltimore proud. And we did get the news that the curfew has now been lifted in downtown Baltimore. That's a real good sign.
Sure is. A lot of O's fans here at the Trop. Of course, it is a home game here, right?
Well, home whites.
Nice support.
But tomorrow, all the stats here will go into the road column. It's not their ballpark. Chen, 29 pitches, 22 strikes. One got too much of the plate, and Loney hit it out. And then on Kiermaier. Chen will work inside. He's hit 3 batters in his first 4 starts. Fouled over the Orioles dugout.
No, I think that's why Wei Chen has had so much success here, coming over to play in the major leagues. Fearless throwing in. He'll double up and triple up. Has great command of the fastball, typically. And there you go. You get him off the plate, move his feet, come right back in there for a swinging strike, and then this dot one down and in. And hitters aren't used to that, being pitched hard in consistently.
Won't chase the breaking ball. 2-2 on Kiermaier. Rivera on deck, then Geyer. In the first 2 games in this series, the Rays scored a total of 2 runs on just 8 hits. Chopper glove by Chen. And gets it to first. With Kiermaier's speed, that might have been an infield hit the way it was bouncing, so Chen saves a base hit and gets the out.
All right, nice athletic play here by Wei Chen, and if it gets over his head, Kiermaier flies. That is going to be trouble. Snow cone right at the top of the glove. Wei Chen is such a good defender. Setting it up. Nice call by Caleb Joseph. Beautiful play by Chen. See, those first 3 fastballs really set that one up. His backside was flying out of there. Weak contact.
Rene Rivera swings and misses and loses the bat. Shaking his left wrist. Put some of the stick 'em on there, the pine tar. The Orioles winning that game last night 4-0. It was the 3rd time the Rays have been shut out this year, and all 3 shutouts have come in their home building.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
0-2 on Rivera. Miguel Gonzalez took care of business last night. He had a good fastball early on, and he used it.
Yeah, he did. Especially with 2 strikes. A lot of punch outs with the fastball. And that 2-seamer back door to the righties.
Doesn't chase up and away. A ball and 2 strikes on Rivera. Chen here at Tropicana Field has just 1 win. He's 1-2, but his ERA here is very respectable at 3.11. And then he gets Rivera. 2 down in the Tampa Bay 3rd.
Rivera shaking that wrist again as he walks back to the dugout. Well, if your hands or wrists aren't right up and in fastball is tough to get to, and you can see here, I mean, he just blows it by him. Big hole there. Caleb Joseph exposes it.
Chen and out away from a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here's Brandon Geyer, who's in the leadoff spot today. Geyer flied out to Jones in center field, leading off the game. And there's a base hit down the line. Machado was off the line, and Geyer pulled it. Hustling over to play to Snyder. He'll get it back in. There's a 2-out double for Brandon Geyer.
Good job of hitting right there by Geyer. Short swing. Caleb Joseph setting up inside. The slider Stays out over the plate just a little too long. Just enough. But hang on that left field line.
Steven Souza now. Struck out his first time up for his league-leading 36th strikeout. Here he is in an RBI chance, and he does lead the Rays in RBIs with 11. Shin gets ahead of him 0-1. Geyer at second, 2 men down. Chen trying to prevent the Rays adding to this lead. Foul out of play.
Well, when you're struggling, it always seems like you're 0-2 when you step in the box. And Souza taking early and try to get himself into a hitter's count. Once again, finding himself behind. See Chen's pitch arsenal versus righties this season. The fastball usage at 63%, 23% on the breaking ball, changeup 14%. Worked on the straight change in spring training. It's worked out pretty well for him.
And he got him. So Souza down on strikes for the second time in the game, and Chen will strand the 2-out double. A single admission doubleheader Thursday, May 28th, 4:05 at Oriole Park. Now, tickets for Monday's game will be valid for that doubleheader. All fans holding tickets for Tuesdays or Wednesdays' originally scheduled games can exchange those tickets for any remaining home game this season on a dollar-for-dollar basis. Tickets are subject to availability, and all exchanges must be made by June 30th. For all the details, just call the Birds at 888-848-BIRD. Caleb Joseph will lead off. Orioles down by a run. Everett Cabrera and Manny Machado will follow. And Caleb has been hot.
Boy, he has been hot. Last night, he got into a slider off Chris Archer. Hammers the hanger. Getting it going early on the fastball. A mistake. Hit it deep into the seats at the Trop. His last 3 games, he's hitting .400. So not only is Caleb helping this pitching staff turn things around, but doing some damage with the bat. Numbers on the year: .327, a couple homers, 7 RBI.
Buck Showalter was asked before the game if he's been surprised at the consistent start by Joseph at the plate. And Buck talked about Caleb's track record in the minor leagues. Of course, he was called up to replace Matt Wieters on the roster last year, and is still here. And Buck said that perhaps with Caleb being brought up and there was so much focus on the defense in replacing Matt Wieters, that he just relaxes at the plate and doesn't think too much about it.
Yeah, well, I think the most important thing, and we've heard this time and time again from Buck Showalter, is you better focus on your defense or you're not going to be here. And Caleb Joseph made an impact last year defensively, throwing out as many runners as he did, handling the pitching staff that really kind of made that turn when Caleb came on board. So a lot of things on his mind, but you're exactly right. You don't have to think about your swing. It's just a little extra if you had something with your bat, and I'm sure Buck Showalter told him that. Concern yourself with handling this staff, and he's given him a lot more than that.
And prolonging the at-bat. Wieters is playing in games in extended spring training here for the weekend with the team. He'll head back to Sarasota after the game. He's there with J.J. Hardy, who is expected to be at Bowie tomorrow along with Ryan Flaherty to begin a rehab assignment. Towards the middle, diving stop by Forsythe. He throws across and he got him. The shift paid off, and Forsythe robs Caleb Joseph of a base hit.
Yeah, pretty impressive play right there. Not too often do you see a second baseman making a play like this on the shortstop side. When he comes to his feet, loses balance and falls back, but gets enough on the ball. Beautiful play here. Nice jump. Joseph hits that ball hard, quickly to his feet, and lets it go accurately. Beautiful defensive play.
So instead of a leadoff single, it's an out, and Cabrera takes low. Woodruff now at 230. He is 0 for 6 in the series, and just 5 for his last 28. There will be several roster decisions that will have to be made, with Flaherty and Hardy now heading out on rehab assignments. Left center field chasing Kiermaier. He'll get there. And the center fielder has it for the out and 2 men down. And you can get it on the baseball action with Masson. Just text the word Orioles to 29292 for team alerts and chances to win exclusive prizes all season long, including meet and greets with your favorite players. Again, that's Orioles to 29292 for Orioles alerts you can't miss. Buck and the Birds will fly home after the game, spend tonight at home, and then take a train tomorrow up to New York to begin the 6-game through New York, 2 with the Mets and 4 with the Yankees.
Yeah, finally start their interleague play. Bud Norris and Baldo taking a little batting practice the other day.
Nathan Carnes was traded to the Rays in February of 2014. Lined right into the shift. There's Forsythe. So Forsythe defensively played perfectly in this inning, takes 2 hits away, and the Orioles go in order.
Working his way up through the system fast. Reason why, good stuff. Look at that earned run average, 1.25. Opponents hitting just 205 off Zach Davies. 21 punch-outs, 7 walks on the season. And Davies last year, 10 wins in Double-A. Not enough innings, so pitched in the fall league and did very well. Earned his promotion to Triple-A. Really dealing up there. 26th-round pick back in 2011. Proven his worth now. I mean, really pitching well. Got on the map. Buck Showalter certainly knows about him. A lot of pitchers doing well in Triple-A and Double-A in the Orioles organization.
And to be there at 22 is impressive. Strike one to Logan Forsythe, who popped up to Steve Pearce's first at-bat. Longoria on deck, then Joey Butler against Chen, who trails 1-0. Curveball misses, 1-1. Chen is 3-4 in his career against the Rays. This is his 15th career start against Tampa. Right center field, slicing away from Jones. Back he goes. He can't get it. And it's time for a base hit. That is way out there in right center field. And Forsythe is going to head to third. And he dives in with a triple. Overslides the base hit. He's out. Machado keeping the tag on. And Forsythe is out at third. That's a huge break for the Orioles.
You never give up on a play. Adam Jones getting to that ball. Continue with the relay throw. And Manny Machado keeping the glove. And sure enough, his foot slides about 3-4 inches off the base. Big first out there. A bit of a rally kill for the Rays. Forsythe getting on the breaking ball. Adam Jones, pretty good read here, but I think there's a little more oomph behind it than he thought. Has to put it into another gear, but not enough to get to it. Like I said, though, doesn't give up on it. Back into the infield. He gets it back into the infield. Cabrera, nice one-hop throw, and Manny just keeping the glove on him. Continue the play until it's over.
High fly ball deep down the left side, but well out of play. As Longoria got into one and pulls it foul. Longoria drew a leadoff walk in the second. Fouls it back, 1-2.
Williams done a nice job getting ahead here in the early part of this ball game. Got a couple great defenders, Adam Jones and Manny Machado, part of that big first out there.
Now, the Orioles pitching has really had a good weekend here in Tampa. Orioles lost 2-0 on Friday night as Tillman allowed 2 runs in 7 innings. O'Day and Hunter scoreless innings of release. Last night it was a shutout. Gonzalez and Brock. When the Orioles arrived, their team ERA was 4.78. 13th in the league, and Longoria draws another walk. It's now 4.42, which is 11th. So they've gone from 13th to 11th in team ERA. Well, you can spend your Memorial Day afternoon at Oriole Park. The Birds are hosting the red-hot Houston Astros that day, Monday, May 25th at 1:35. First 20,000 fans 15 and over receive a Stars and Stripe pattern Orioles barbecue apron. Celebrate the unofficial start of summer and show your Birdland pride with a great afternoon of Orioles baseball. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Swing and a miss by Butler. The official scorer took his time ruling on Logan Forsythe. He has credited Forsythe with a double, and the Orioles get Forsythe at third, 8-6-5. I guess he doesn't get a triple if he didn't have full possession of the bag. Because he did beat the throw, but then he overslid the bag. Shen misses inside, 1-2 on Butler. Butler making his Rays debut. Called up today with Desmond Jennings going on the DL with a sore knee. Left center field. That ball's falling, and that's in for a base hit. So the play at third even larger now as a walk-in single that followed. The second time in this game on base hits that Chen has been way ahead and couldn't put the hitter away. He was 0-2 on Loney, who's coming up. Loney homered, and now 1-2 on Butler for the single.
And trying to find a way to finish off the hitters when he gets ahead. That ball wasn't smoked by any means. When a hitter falls behind, you do what you can to make contact, put it in play. We'll come up with a base hit there.
Loney homered on a fastball out over the plate for the game's only run. That was with 2 outs in the second inning. He's up there with 2 on and 1 down. And then the breaking ball in there for a strike. Big moment in this game, the way the Rays have been pitching. You don't want to encourage them and allow them to add to this lead. Popped up, slicing foul, Machado over, and makes a basket catch. Nice play by Manny, just in front of the grandstand.
That was a good play. And it didn't look like it was going to be that tough, but the roof, and of course, getting close to that wall. His concentration, little basket catch over there.
So Chen gets the second out. Here comes the 5th batter this inning. It's Tim Beckham, the young shortstop. Looking flight out to Jones, his first at bat. Longoria at second, Butler at first with 2 down. Slow roller towards third. That's a fair ball. Manny gloves it as he's on the bag and forces the sliding Longoria. Manny with a real good defensive inning. And Chen gets out of it. Tampa Bay does not score despite 2 hits and a walk as Adam Jones got the rally going to get Forsythe. And the Yankees, first stop is Citi Field for a 2-game set against the Mets. Bud Norris will take them out against Bartolo Colon, game 1 on Tuesday. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with those extra presented by Jeep, and then game coverage at 7 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN. And the Mets, to some, off to a surprising start in first place in the NL East.
Yeah, very surprising. 16-9 record, playing very well at home. 11-2 their home park, but take a look at the numbers there. 4.04 runs per game. So not a powerful offense, but it's their pitching that's so good. Great starters, really good bullpen. 3rd in the National League with that 3.10 earned run average. And Lucas Duda swinging it pretty well for the Mets. Of course, there's a couple other pretty good offensive players on that team. They brought Michael Kadire over A great veteran player, 3 home runs, 12 RBI already.
Paredes pulls it right to Forsythe, who bobbles the ball, picks it up, and gets it to first in time to get the out. Forsythe has been busy here. It's already his 4th chance in this game, and he's taken 2 base hits away from the Orioles.
Yeah, they're hitting bullets at him. He's making all the plays.
Nathan Carnes grew up in a military family. His father was in the Navy, so he lived all over these United States. He lived in Louisiana, he's lived in Texas, Hawaii, Pensacola, Florida. His father is still a commander in the Naval Reserve. Jones gets a base hit to left field, pulls it right through the hole. So Adam is 2 for 2, and the Orioles with the tying run on with 1 down. Fans, you can get your copy of the Orioles' all-new official legacy book, Baltimore Orioles, 60 Years of Orioles Magic, written by longtime Baltimore sports writer Jim Henneman. The book features behind-the-scenes stories and photos from the team's first 6 decades, and there's a special introduction written by Orioles Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. A full or partial season plan member will receive 20% off a discount on purchasing that book. So to reserve your copy, get online, Orioles.com/book. Chris Davis up, takes the ball. Chris struck out his first at bat. 10 RBIs over his last 6 games, including 3 home runs. He's got Adam Jones on at first with 1 down, with the Orioles down by a run. Lawrence misses outside for ball 2.
Staying away here to Chris Davis. Chris makes a little bit of an adjustment. They've tried to stay away from him here this whole series, both with off speed and fastballs. So he starts looking at that outer third. Right now he's thinking about the inner third a little bit, giving up on the outside corner.
All right, now let me ask you this. They have the shift on. It's not as pronounced because there's a runner at first. But they're playing him defensively to pull. Yet they're working him away. Are they trying to play off his ego that he'll try to pull anyway?
No, exactly. That would be his tendency. He pulls everything, you know, and until he proves that he's going to do it the other way, they're not going to make an adjustment. There's another fastball away, and he got the head out. And if he did make contact, that probably would have been pulled.
Got a piece of Rene Rivera.
Two-seamer kind of working away.
His arm.
Right, it's right above that arm. Oof. Healthy cut right there from Davis.
So if a pitcher is smart and knows that every hitter has that hitter's ego, because if they don't, they wouldn't be any good, you play off that ego to your advantage.
Well, exactly. That's what you try to do. And you'd think, why wouldn't you pitch into the shift, like pitch in more? But then you're taking the chance of maybe giving up a home run to Chris Davis.
Checked his swing, borderline call. Tim Welke looking over to the Rays dugout saying, nope, he didn't go. And it looks like Tim's been in the sun.
Second baseman, Steve Pierce.
So the Orioles, for the first time in this game, have 2 men on in the same inning and only 1 down. And Steve Pierce, whose bat is heating up, coming up. He popped up to shortstop his first time up in the second inning.
Talk about his great numbers here at the Trop, and you know that the Rays know how much damage Steve Pierce has done.
Loop to right field. Souza was deep, but it hangs up for him, and he makes the catch. Well, that ball hung up there a long time, and Souza, despite playing very deep with the right-hander up, able to come in and grab it for the big second out for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, frustrating out there for Pierce. Another well-hit ball. It's right at the right fielder.
Well, here is Delman Young, who grounded out his first at-bat. And these numbers coming into today. Highest average runners in scoring position. The Orioles on top at 314. So far 0 for 1 in this game with that Pierce line out. Up and in fastball. Delman's got a 5-game hitting streak working. 9 hits and 5 RBIs in the 5 games. Now back to the right.
Well, Karn's definitely making his adjustments against the Orioles in his first 2 career starts against the O's. He gave up 9 runs and 10 hits in his 10 innings of work. Big time earned run average of up over 8 in this ball game. Doing a nice job shutting this offense down, but O's threatening here.
Ball and a strike on Delman. Outside corner called strike. Well, when Karns faced the Orioles on April 7th, the Orioles won that game 6-5. They built a 6-0 lead with a 4-run first and a 2-run second, but then Karns settled down and he pitched into the 6th inning. 2 on, 2 out, 1 and 2 on Delman Young. And a roller, he just got a piece.
Got that call down and away for the 2nd strike. Why not go right back out there? Delman Young thinking about that as well, able to protect on a pretty tough pitch down and away.
Jones the lead runner, Davis the trail runner. And Delman Young trying to get this game tied. Orioles fans now chanting, "Let's go O's." They're home away from home. Right back to Karns, who gloves it. And the other hand toss will get Delman Young. So the Orioles threaten to get first and second with 1 man down, can't score. Led to the 5th, 1-0 Rays.
Going long the first inning to get the Rays on the board. They want to score more, but the Orioles defense stepping up big. Cabrera at short, the unassisted double play on the ground ball up the middle. Then Wei Chen helping himself, snow cone grab to get the speedy Kiermaier. And Adam Jones, Gold Glove center fielder, getting it back into the infield quick. Manny Machado, keep that glove on there, finish the play. Big out there, and Wei Chen really pitching well in this ball game. Remember, Geico 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
Kevin Kiermaier leads off for Tampa Bay as we move to the 5th. Chen misses high. Rivera on deck, and then back to the top of the lineup for Brandon Guyer. Kiermaier robbed of a base hit by Chen his first at bat. Now got a piece of the umpire, Rob Drake.
Good fastballs there from Wei Chen. Pretty consistent with the fastball command. Just the one mistake to Loney, that solo shot. Couple good fastballs in there to Kiermaier. Why not go right back in there?
And here's Chen, 4 hits or less, 2 walks or less, consecutive games since 1954. He was trying to equal that. He's allowed 4 hits. And he has walked 2. And there goes that one. He's now allowed 5 hits, and there's a leadoff single. 4th consecutive inning, the leadoff man has reached, although Chen was helped out last inning with Forsythe. Overslid the bag at third, trying to leg out a triple. So now speed is on for Tampa Bay. With Rivera not swinging the bat well, you wonder if they'll play for a run here and ask him to sacrifice. He has not sacrificed once this year.
Yeah, we saw him shaking his wrist out a couple swings in his first at bat. It's bothering him. I wouldn't be surprised if they put that sacrifice bunt down.
Orioles are playing back. They don't believe he'll bunt. Chen throws to first to see if he tipped his hand, and he did not.
And also the fact that a lot of these Rays hitters are struggling, so look to put guys in motion, maybe hit and run to try to spark the offense. Had trouble scoring runs, so why not try to manufacture a few? And it's been kind of the Rays' MO for a number of years now.
No thought of a sack there with that big cut. The Orioles and Tampa Bay are tied for 13th in the American League in sacrifices. So only one team has sacrificed fewer times, and that's the White Sox. The Orioles and the Rays each have just 2 sack bunts, and he pops it up. Pierce, he's got it, 1 down. Kiermaier has to hold. Fans, this past February, the Orioles served as the mission engagement chair of the American Heart Association's 2015 Baltimore Heart Ball. Together, the Orioles and the event chair SunTrust helped raise more than $679,000 for cardiovascular disease research, education programs, and advocacy efforts. To learn more about the event or on how you can help and help your part fight heart disease, please visit Orioles.com/AHA.
Show me move right there from Wei-Yin Chen. Kiermaier, great speed. Typically, base stealers will go first move off the lefty.
And a roller foul off the bat of Geyer. There has been 1 steal on Chen this season in the only attempt against him. Kiermaier leadoff single now at first with 1 down. Ground ball towards the hole. There's a base hit for Geyer. Kiermaier thinking about third. Bluffs going as Snyder comes up with it and then puts on the brakes. So Chen all of a sudden is giving up the base hits. Gave up a home run in the second, a double in the third, 2 hits in the fourth, and 2 hits in the fifth.
Yeah, finding the hole right there with the ground ball. Wanted to get a ground ball. Maybe get him out of this inning with the 1 pitch, but finds a hole.
Brendan Gomes is getting loose. I wonder if something's wrong with Carnes. He has not yet gone deep enough to qualify for a win. Here's Souza. Breaking balls high. Carnes on the bench. He's thrown just 53 pitches in 4 innings.
Maybe just throwing his bullpen out there.
Another early big moment for Chen here in this 1-0 game. Late on the swing, fooled by the changeup.
Beautiful change. from way in. He's 16% off-speed pitches. That straight change that he worked on in spring training has come up big. They're locating it well on the outside corner.
Foul back, and it's 1-2. Souza is not only 0 for 2, he has struck out each at bat. 26 years old. He's out of Everett, Washington. Hit 18 home runs last year for AAA Syracuse for the Nationals. Strike 3 called right there at the knees. And Mike, I think the changeup for the first strike got in his head.
Oh yeah, well, mixing up the pitches, locations here on Sosa, and this pitch, beautiful fastball right at the bottom of the zone, but he's so far in between. He's having a hard time distinguishing between a strike and a ball right now. Frustration from the rookie outfielder.
So 2 down, and here's Forsythe. Kiermaier was dancing off second base. Chen saw him out of the corner of his eye and decided to step off. Kiermaier is a good player. Good speed, plays good defense. Fastball right there, 0-1.
Yeah, a lot of energy he brings. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. We saw in last night's ball game, he had a base hit up the middle, and Adam Jones kind of just put his head down to field the ground ball, and once he saw Adam put his head down, he was off and running into second base. So he's always looking to take the extra base. Defensively, you know that. Keep your head up and on him.
Sliced foul the other way, so Chen gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And then once again today, 3rd straight game with general admission. All the Rays fans are on the first base side, the Oriole fans on the third base side. And another well-attended game. And a lot of the O's fans over there. And here's the other side with a lot of the blue. Just inside.
Well, that's the thing. You get ahead. Miss just off the plate. Good pitcher's pitch right there.
Two on, 2 out, 1-2 on Forsythe. Grounded towards the hole. Cabrera can't get it. That's a base hit. And Kiermaier is going to score easily. Another base hit when Chen's ahead in the count. And this one drives in a run. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay.
And not hit terribly hard there. Wei Chen with the breaking ball. Finding the hole. This is when Cabrera's got to say, I got to just knock this ball down. Great speed with Kiermaier at second base. It's bounding its way through. Doesn't matter. Take a deep angle. Just try to keep it in the infield. Stop Kiermaier from scoring. Once it gets through there, scores easily.
Well, Forsythe picks up his 11th RBI, ties him with Souza for the team lead. Souza has gone 8 games without an RBI and was still leading coming into today. And now Chen has to face Longoria with 2 men on.
Who has been very careful with pitching around him here with 2 walks, but and the reason why he's done a lot of damage against lefties this season.
Stays away, ball 2. Chen and Carnes faced off against each other in that game April 7th here. The Orioles won 6-5. Popped up. Longoria ahead in the count, swings. Young is calling off Jones, and Jones calls off Young, and he makes the catch. So Chen gets out of it without any further damage. Rays get a run, strand 2. Mid-5th, 2-0 Tampa. Well, some nice defensive plays in this game. There's Dave Wallace talking with Wei-Yin Chen on the bench. And Chen has kept his team in the game, Mike, despite the fact that the Rays have had runners in every inning except the first. 7 hits and 2 walks so far against Chen.
So finding some holes.
Here's Carnes. He'll face Snyder, Joseph, and Cabrera. High 1-0.
The Orioles offense has to help Chen out a little bit here. Get to Carnes a little bit, put some pressure on him.
They had a chance last inning. Jones singled and Davis walked with 1 down, but then Pierce lined out and Delman Young hit a comebacker that Carnes on a nice play glove. 55 pitches as he works here in the 5th inning. Snyder flied out to left his first at bat, 1 out of 4 in the series. And he is just 2 for his last 15. And the 1-2 is right there for a strike. Snyder lets it go by. And 1 away in the Oriole 5th.
Well, this is a situation where he's thinking about that breaking ball. Can be filthy at times, but he just says, here it is. 4 straight fastballs. Attacking the middle of the plate. About something else, and you're going to get caught. Snyder gets caught there.
Breaking ball outside to Caleb Joseph. Caleb was robbed of a base hit on a diving stop by Forsythe, the second baseman, who again is on the shortstop side up the middle in the shift. Ball too low. See, they stacked 3 on the left side and Loney wide of the bag at first. And the outfielders, as they have all 3 games in this series, very deep. Pulled but foul.
We talked about some bullpen activity, and Carnes, that pitch count real low, but we're in the middle of the ball game, and he hasn't thrown 1 breaking ball right now.
Kiermaier charging in, and he gets there. Well, the first 2 retired here in the 5th. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support the March of Dimes. The O's have drawn 61 walks for a total of $3,050. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and a more active lifestyle. And 2 outs, nobody on. The number 9 batter Cabrera up. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Cabrera flied out to center his first at bat. Foul back to the left. And Carnes quickly gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
Carnes' MO is pretty much a breaking ball pitcher. He loves to throw that curveball, especially when he gets ahead. He's not thrown 1 breaking ball here in this inning.
Where it does get a piece and stays alive. Carnes is a big guy, 6'3", 225. He was also a star football player in high school. He was a linebacker on his high school football team. He's trying to win his 2nd on the year and help his team get the rubber game here, and that one's upstairs. Both these teams are on the move after the game. The Rays go to Boston, which was supposed to be the 3rd stop on the 3-city road trip. But these games move from Baltimore to St. Petersburg. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Cabrera thought it was wide of the plate, and Rob Drake rings him up. 3 up, 3 down goes the O's in the 5th. Check out our current specials by going to royalfarms.com today. And by visitannapolis.org. Find the Chesapeake experience at visitannapolis.org. Outside look at Tropicana Field. Rays with a 2-0 lead. Orioles held to 2 base hits so far through 5 innings. And again, a nice crowd on hand on short notice. We had just under 10,000 on Friday night and just under 13,000 last night. Looks like more than that is here today. Chen going to work on Joey Butler. Loney and Beckham will follow. First ball swinging, foul out of play. Butler called up from AAA today. Desmond Jennings with his sore knee to the disabled list. The Rays for the past week have been playing shorthanded with Jennings active but unable to play, so today they made the move. He was going to play last night, Desmond Jennings. He was in the starting lineup at DH, but then he was scratched. Kevin Cash, the manager, said he just didn't like how he looked in the pregame warmups. It looked like he was favoring the knee so much and decided to take him out of the lineup, and today they DL'd him.
Probably a smart move by Kevin Cash. Don't want him to miss more time than he has to, and I'm sure they can retroactivate it back to when it initially happened.
Upstairs with a fastball. Butler's 29 years old. And foul the other way, nearly put it down the line. So another batter here prolonging an at-bat. Chen was 0-2 after 2 pitches. And Butler about to see the 6th pitch in this at-bat.
Yeah, hasn't really been able to finish off that slider. He's been on. He's been able to finish it down and into righties. He's tried it a couple times, left it up in the zone. Which really makes it an effective pitch. And Wei Chen is right, dotting the fastball in there, and he throws the hard slider. Appears to be the fastball, and of course busting in off the plate. Gets some swing and misses with that pitch. Big strikeouts. Hasn't really been able to find the feel yet in this game.
So from 0-2 to 3-2 on Joey Butler, leading off here in the 6th. High fly ball to right, slicing towards the line. Delman Young over, and he's got it for the out. And Butler is finally retired. So Chen, for the first time since the 1st inning, retires the leadoff batter. James Loney now 1 out of 2, solo home run in the 2nd, broke the scoreless tie. His 2nd home run on the year. He now has 6 RBIs. 10 for 32 since coming off the disabled list, and he fouls it right off his foot.
He was looking in there. That fastball was kind of working itself back in off the plate. We've seen Wei Chen before. He likes to get ahead with the fastball, and he loves to throw in. So why not pick one side of the plate? He's geared up for it, but Chen makes a better pitch.
Off the end of the bat, right center. Delman Young is over, calls off Jones, and he's got it for the out. And 2 retired here on fly balls to Delman. You can follow the Orioles all season with MLB.com At Bat. It is the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet. And look, they're doing it.
That's good.
Perhaps that fan is watching us.
Quite possibly.
If he has At Bat, he can do it. Bouncing to third. Manny charges in. Straightens and throws, and he got him. And Chen with a real good inning. 3 up, 3 down. He retires Tampa Bay. Bottom of the 6th coming up. O's come to bat, down by 2. After 5 innings, but what a 5 innings it was. Just 2 hits, no runs. He walked 1 and he struck out 4, and he does get through the 5th, so he qualifies for the win. And now to the bullpen.
Yeah, time for the AT&T call to the bullpen. Proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles. AT&T mobilizing your world. Brandon Gomes now in out of the bullpen. Surprisingly, an early exit for Nathan Carnes. Take a look at his numbers. Fastball 47% of the time, has the slider and the split finger as well. 1.86 earned run average, 8 punch outs, 2 walks, and 9 2/3.
And he swings through the off-speed pitch. Machado lined out his last at-bat right into the shift. Forsythe shading up the middle. 0 for 2. Bunts, third base side, pretty good one. Longoria's going to watch it, admire it, and Machado's on with a bunt single. What an idea by Manny Machado. The last guy you'd probably expect to bunt.
That slid up into that leadoff spot. Beautiful bunt. Perfectly placed. Nice timing as well. Down by a couple runs. You need base runners on base. Shows it late, but gets the bat head out in front of home. Just down the line. Evan Longoria gave up on that after his first step.
Now he's bragging about it. You see that bunt, James? Here's Paredes. Upstairs with a fastball. Jimmy struck out and grounded out to second. Orioles get their leadoff man on for the first time in this game. And a foul tip held by the catcher. Steve Geltz is the righty. Xavier Cedeno is the lefty. In the Tampa Bay pen. Center field. Kiermaier's there. It hangs for him, and he's got it. So 1 down in the 6th inning as Paredes hit it well. Here's our Maryland Live Casino inside the numbers with the most runs per game. Orioles averaging 5.3, trailing only Toronto. So second most runs per game in the major leagues, and the Orioles right in this game down by 2, but having a hard time getting anything going.
Well, the 30 home runs they've hit this year, they're hoping for a long ball now and get back into this game. Really good at pushing runs across the plate. It's Tampa Bay pitching staff keeping them down a little bit.
Adam Jones has had a good day. Takes it outside. Gomes, in his 7 appearances on the year, has pitched scoreless baseball in 6 of those. The only game he allowed runs, he took the loss, 2 runs in 1 inning to the Yankees on April 27th. Adams swings through an off-speed pitch.
That's really what makes Gomes so effective. He has great confidence in all 3 of his offerings, that fastball, slider, and split finger, and he'll throw them at any time.
Machado on at first. Led off the inning with a bunt single. A ball got loose from the Tampa Bay bullpen and rolled all the way behind home plate. And everyone heard the call for time except Gomes, who was about to release that pitch. So 1-1 the count on Adam. Tying run at the plate here in the 6th inning. And he gets a fastball by him, so he goes off speed, then fastball.
Pretty healthy cut. Right there you see Adam Jones reminding himself, kind of showing everybody what he did. Dropped that backside a little bit and got underneath the fastball instead of staying on top. It's right down the middle. Adam Jones hasn't missed many of those this year.
1-2 on Adam. And that bounces in there, and Adam is able to check in time. Nice job by Rivera keeping that in front of him and keeping Machado at first base.
A real good block. You see sliders bounced out in front of home plate. Tough pitches to block. Right out of his hand, you know it's going to be way out front. Good job just covering this ball with his body. Down right out in front of him.
Towards the middle, and that will be played there by Beckham. He flips to second, but safe is the call at second. So Jones will get an infield hit, and the Orioles have something going. Good hustle by Machado, and what a play by Beckham to even get to that ball.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a base hit through the middle, and right at the end, Beckham takes a little angle, deeper angle, to glove the ball. Pretty impressive backhand flip there to second base, but Machado hustling in. Take a look here. Job by Adam Jones, going hard through the middle again, and Beckham flags it down with that quick flip. No look flip there. Not enough on the ball to get that out of second base.
And Kevin Cash is going to ask for this play to be reviewed, and as we see this view, he is safe. Foot's on the bag, the ball not yet in the glove, and Todd Tishner in perfect position to call that play.
Yeah, nice job by Manny, just going right to the base, realizing that it's potentially going to be close there.
Again, it has to be definitive to overturn the call that was made on the field. Yeah, he's safe. That's an outstanding call by Tishner.
Sure is.
Great play by Beckham.
Well, really nice play all the way around. Nice job for Forsythe to actually be ready and act like a first baseman to try to stretch. A lot of things happened quickly there. So defensively, they did what they had to do to try to get the out, and offensively, Manny Machado did a nice job going directly into second base.
So the Orioles have 2 on 2 infield hits. Kevin Cash now will go to his bullpen with Chris Davis coming up. He'll get Xavier Cedeno in this game. So the bang-bang play at second, but Machado's hustle allowed him to get in there safely, and the Orioles have the tying runs on with 1 man down. Cedeno comes on, Davis to bat with 2 on in the 6th.
do. Visit Jiffy Lube for regular oil changes and help prevent damage and wear to your engine. Jiffy Lube, drive in today. While Xavier Cedeno comes into the ball game, he uses his fastball at 43% of the time. He can cut it. And breaking ball, he has good slider and curve. A very rare changeup at 7% of the time. 3.86 earned run average. Only worked 4 2/3. Kind of surprising, as he is the only lefty in this Rays bullpen.
Machado and Jones, second and first with one down. Outside, nice scoop there by Rivera. Cedeno, even though he is just the only lefty in the bullpen, this is only the 5th left-handed batter he's faced all year. Lefties are 1 for 4 against him, and the one was Travis Snyder in last night's game, getting a base hit. Those with a good chance here, trailing by 2. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good pitch. Lee Navarro is on deck to bat for Pierce.
The lefties see more breaking balls than fastballs from Cedeno, and Cedeno actually kind of changes his arm angle to face lefties, drops more into that 3/4 arm slot.
Check swing outside, appeal to third. He didn't go.
Hey Davis, that real one's coming.
2-1 the count. Chris has struck out and walked. And a chance here to get the Orioles on the board. Breaking ball is inside. Ball 3. Bends around the plate.
He wanted that one. Pretty good breaking ball, buckling Chris Davis as he started off right at his front hip. Just never had enough bite to come back onto the plate. See that little pause there from Chris Davis. Rivera trying to frame it well to get the call.
3-1. Davis in a good spot. Swings at the off-speed pitch.
Good confidence in that breaking ball, throwing at 3-1. Good location as well, down and away. Able to keep that front side in, facing lefties. Any kind of leak, and that outer third becomes exposed.
3-2 with one down. And he got him. A huge out for Tampa Bay as Cedeno strikes out Davis. And that will be a one-batter appearance, and he came back from down 3-1.
A nasty pitch here. 3-1, 3-2 sliders. That one right down at the bottom of the zone.
So another pitching change. Cedeno got his man. Here comes Geltz to try to get the final out in the 6th. be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles.
Well, Steve Geltz now in the game. Take a look at his pitch arsenal. The fastball, he likes it. It's a good one. Has some deception with his delivery. Uses 60% of the time. Breaking ball, this little slider, and the changeup is a split finger. 2.84 earned run average. It's 12 2/3 innings of work. 16 punch outs, just 5 walks. Likes to ride that fastball through the top of the zone. A little extra life on it when it's elevated.
Ray Navarro pinch hitting for Pierce, who was 0 for 2. And Geltz gets ahead.
Split finger. Beautiful pitch there at the bottom of the zone.
Navarro was just 4 for 16 on the homestand and did not start either of the games here in Tampa. His last at bat was the game Wednesday against the White Sox. Inside, good take. 1-1. Geltz has never faced Navarro. And Chen on the Orioles bench. Trailing 2-0. And a base hit to right field for Navarro. Machado's going to be set. Here comes Manny. Here comes the throw. It is up the line. The slide. He is safe as he got the hand in. And it's a 1-run game at the Trop. Big base hit with 2 down for Ray Navarro.
Great AB right here from Ray Navarro. And off the bench, the split finger stays on it. Pulls it out to right field. Machado with a good jump. It's going to be a close play as Souza closes in, but his ball kind of cut. Sent Rivera up that first base line, and Manny gets the backside of home plate.
For Navarro, just his second RBI makes it a 1-run game. And here's Delman Young. A huge pinch hit as Buck Showalter goes to the bench. And foul back. Tommy Hunter now getting loose. That is the Orioles' second pinch hit RBI, and the man at the plate, Delman Young, has the other. It's also just the 7th time an Oriole has pinch hit on the year. Well, straight back. Vicious cut.
Healthy cuts here from Delman Young. First pitch slider and a fastball. Runners in scoring position, hitting .500 on the year with the 7 RBI.
We're told Steve Pierce exited the game with a stomach illness. Young down in the count 0-2. And a foul back. Delman battling here.
Hey, Young!
So the Orioles within a run. And as we play here in the 6th inning, getting to this Tampa Bay bullpen, 3 hits in the inning to drive in a run. Two on Delman. Outside. Rivera set up out there, and Geltz hit the glove. I guess the design there was, let's see if he'll chase, and he did not.
There's all kinds of pitches around the plate to start off. Just change, get in the feel for the outside corner a little bit. And they're this far ahead. Do what you want as far as trying to set him up. You know, in their scouting report, they have their way that they think they can get Delman Young out. Always surprised they're not attacking the top of the zone. Of course, you're living dangerously up there. If you make a mistake.
2 on, 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. And another nice block by Rivera. So no balls and 2 strikes. Delman has worked the count full. About to see the 7th pitch in this at bat. And the runners will be off with the pitch. Jones from second, Navarro from first. It's foul to stay alive. Millman has bounced out to third on a nice play by a charging Longoria, and then hit a comebacker on a nice fielding play by the pitcher Carnes, looking to extend a hitting streak to 6 in a row. He sees that big hole on the right side. You just saw him peek over there. The runners go, and he got him. Got a fastball by him. So Geltz allows one to score, but prevents the Orioles from tying. Navarro with a big pinch hit, and it's a one-run game. And he was done in by base hits when ahead in the count. But he did strike out 4 along the way and kept his team in the game despite the fact he allowed 7 base hits. So Chen there, the fastball, breaking ball, and changeup.
Yeah, pretty good outing here from Wei Chen. 6 innings pitched, just the 2 earned runs, couple walks, 4 punch outs, 91 pitches for Chen. See the difference with a few more changeups. Today's ball game didn't quite have the breaking ball in this outing for Chen. Gives way to Tommy Hunter. Take a look at his pitch arsenal. The fastball at 72%, breaking ball 28%. 5.79 earned run average continues to come down as Tommy been scoreless in his last 5 appearances.
Kiermaier way out in front of a fastball, pulls it foul. Kiermaier singled leading off the 5th and came around to score. Backs him off the plate. Ray Navarro now at second base in place of Steve Pearce. And a pop-up. Elvis Cabrera gets out there and he's got it for the out. Kiermaier fooled by the slider there and pops it up for the out.
It's a fastball rushed in up underneath the arms at 96, 97 miles an hour, and then Tommy Hunter pulling the string on the slider, just 81 miles an hour to get him out in front. A weak pop up.
Here's Rene Rivera, the number 9 batter, the Tampa Bay catcher. He was struck out and popped up to second. Slider bounces. Rivera's first year with Tampa Bay. It is his 4th major league organization. Started with Seattle, then to Minnesota, then to San Diego, and now in Tampa Bay. There's a strike. Tommy's been pitching very well, Mike. 5 consecutive scoreless appearances.
Yeah, he has looked good. At the start of the season, it was tough luck for Tommy Hunter. Not a lot of hard hit balls, but
pop up, it misses the catwalk. Here comes Davis, and Davis at the last second calls off Joseph. And fortunate they didn't collide.
Well, that's the type of pop up when you're on the corner, comes your side, you got to hustle in there. Chris Davis, a nice job staying with that ball. Pop up's very tough in the chop. Ball goes up. Tommy calls it. Then he starts calling Caleb's name, but Chris Davis, the opportunity you have to try to catch one with that big first baseman, Smith, take over. Pretty tough play for a catcher, even though Caleb very adept at handling the fly balls back there. Good call off by Chris Davis.
Geyer doubled in the third with 2 down, was left stranded, but his single in the 5th got Kiermaier in the scoring position where he scored with 2 men down. Right at Cabrera. Everett has it. Tommy Hunter has a 3-up, 3-down, top of the 7th inning. Good job by the right-hander. 7th inning stretch at the Trop. It's a 1-run game.
Comes up with those all over the bases. High fastball from Getz. Gets Young in a crucial situation.
Buck on the phone to the bullpen and to the video room. The Rays did challenge in that 6th inning rally, but the call was confirmed. Tishner's call that Manny got his foot in ahead of the ball at second base, getting to the bag. Fans enjoying their 7th inning stretch. The lower bowl here, which is the only place you can sit these 3 games, is just about full.
Yeah.
Real good turnout for this Sunday game. Those head to Baltimore after the game. Tampa Bay heads to Boston.
Orioles fans down here appreciating the 7th inning stretch John Denver song.
Travis Snyder will lead off. Joseph and Cabrera due to follow. Lower third of the Orioles lineup. Birds down by a run. Geltz allowed the Navarro pinch RBI single, but then got Delman Young to end the inning. And there's a base hit in the right field. So the Orioles get the tying run on, leading off as Snyder jumps on the first pitch. And then Jepson, the hard-throwing right-hander, getting loose. Actually, hard-throwing in the Rays bullpen's a little redundant. They all bring gas. Caleb Joseph now hitless on the day. He's grounded out, robbed of a base hit by Forsythe on a diving stop, and then flied out. Ball one outside. See the shift on against Caleb. Up until last May, Caleb had spent his entire career in the minor leagues, and now they're shifting on him.
Doesn't take long, right? Scouts everywhere. More in depth with finding out hitters' tendencies. The big shift on Caleb Joseph, but there, I can tell he was trying to stay inside that ball. Big hole. Caleb could shoot the ball the other way.
And he takes a strike, so he's down 1-2. Up with John Russell on the bench. Ball and 2 strikes on Caleb Joseph. And fights it off to stay alive.
Caleb's a good 2-strike hitter. Talk about keeping your hands inside the baseball. 2 strikes. Use the whole field. Take what they're giving you. Call travel.
Geltz has struck out 9 of the last 12 batters he has faced, including 1 here today. And he's ahead of Joseph 1-2. Shakes off one sign. And he gets a fastball by him. So Joseph down on strikes for an out. 1 away.
I think Caleb in the middle of this at bat was thinking about a slider or a split finger, and Geltz stays with the fastball. Gets it away just off the plate. Too close to take. And Caleb just underneath it.
Those have now struck out 7 times. Here's Cabrera, who was called out on strikes his last at bat, 0 for 2. Travis Snyder does not have a stolen base on the year. He's the tying run, so Geltz is paying very close attention to Travis Snyder. Breaking ball down and in for ball 1.
When you get that runner at first base, you just want to let him know you're thinking about him. I don't think Geltz was trying to pick him off, but Wayne Kirby thinks that, hey, they're not even going to try a pickoff attempt over here. It's a great opportunity for Snyder to get down into second base.
Ball 2 outside. Bobby Dickerson flashing some signs, so Cabrera steps out to see if there's a play on as Snyder will get his lead. Orioles don't do a whole lot of running. Foul back. 11 stolen base attempts on the year for the O's. They've stolen 8 bags and been caught just 3 times, but again, it's a play for the big inning team, and Buck just doesn't like to run into possible outs.
Well, outs are so valuable on both sides of the ball. offensively and defensively. We've seen this year costly errors have hurt the Orioles with unearned runs and run into outs on the bases.
That ball hangs up there long enough for Brandon Geyer, who gets there in foul ground to put it away. So after the leadoff single, a strikeout and a foul out, and 2 men are down.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
At 92 of Geltz, Mike, has the appearance of having more velocity than that.
Yeah, it really gets on the hitters. A little extra life when it gets to the plate.
Well, Manny, a bunt single got the rally going in the 6th, and he scored the Orioles' run on the pinch RBI single by Navarro. 1 out of 3 in the game. 2 for 9 in the series. Snyder on at first, but now with 2 men down. Aaron O'Day is now getting loose for the O's. Ball 2.
And there are a lot of pitchers that throw that kind of invisible fastball where it's not 97, 98. It's an overpowering fastball. They just somehow get more rotation, and it has that rise effect when it gets to the plate. Geltz has that type of effect on his fastballs. That's why so many strikeouts with the elevated fastball.
He's behind Manny 3-0, which a walk would push the tying run to scoring position. And he walked a 4-pitch walk after getting back-to-back outs. That'll push Snyder to second and put Machado the go-ahead run on at first. And here is Kevin Cash out yet again. So Geltz will leave. Kevin Jepsen will come on. And he'll inherit 2 on and 2 out with the Orioles batting here in the 7th. A 2-1 game. Pitching change at the Trop.
.59%. Fastball velocity ranges from 93 to 97. That's a pretty good curveball and a changeup as well. .87 earned run average. 9 punch-outs in his 10 1/3 innings of work. It's a save on the year as well.
David Lowe will pinch run for Travis Snyder. He represents the tying run. And here's Paredes with a chance to get this game even. First and second with 2 down. And a base hit down the left field line, past the dive of Longoria. Here's Lowe to score to tie, Machado to third, and Paredes to second base. We are back even at 2.
That's how you use the whole field right there. David Lowe scoring easy with the great speed. Paredes staying hot. Tough pitch. Down and away. Stays on the backdoor curveball. Slapping it by Longoria. David Lowe walking on into home. Tie this ball game up.
So David Lowe comes on, and the Orioles now have the go-ahead run at third, and Paredes with another clutch base hit and RBI double. Adam Jones now has a chance to give the Orioles the lead. He's had a perfect day. Upstairs, 1-0. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. His 9th multi-hit game on the year. And now has hits in 18 of the 23 games. Went too far and not pleased with his swing.
Yeah, a little anxious right there, over anxious. And having a great day at the plate. Wants to come up with the big hit. Gives the O's the lead here. Gear up a little bit for his fastball. He's been really good about staying behind, trusting his hands.
Swings through the breaking ball.
Curveball, a little slurvy, but those are pretty hard and tight.
Runs have been tough to come by in this series. Orioles have a chance to get the lead, but Jones down in the count, 1-2. And this time he doesn't chase. The Orioles in this game have put the leadoff man on in an inning twice. The 6th and here in the 7th, and each time they have scored. The other 5 innings against Carnes, the leadoff man was retired in each inning. 2-2 on Adam, 2 in scoring position with 2 down. Line drive, base hit center field for Adam Jones. Here's Machado to score. Paredes right behind him. It is a 2-run single for Adam Jones. And the Orioles have the lead at 4-2. It looked like he hung it, and Adam didn't miss it.
Boy, oh boy, did he hang that. You throw a slider to Adam Jones when you're ahead, you better bury it in the dirt. If it is on the plate at all, he's covering the baseball. And he covers this one. Take a look. Getting on the side of the baseball. Here comes the curveball. It's on the plate and right back through the box. Big time clutch performance by Adam Jones. Both runs will score. Create a little space on the Rays here. Big 7th inning.
So Paredes tied it, and Jones gives the Orioles the lead. Here's Chris Davis. In the dirt, knocked down by Rivera. A 2-strike hit for Adam Jones. And what you liked about that swing, Mike, is the fact that he didn't overswing. He just took it up the middle.
Yeah, nice sound approach right there after chasing a couple pitches down in the dirt. That's the mistake and knows what to do with it.
Line drive and a base hit in the right field as he beat the shift. He hit it past Logan Forsythe and in front of Steven Souza. So another hit in the inning. That's the 4th hit plus a walk. And the Orioles are getting to this Tampa Bay bullpen. All 4 runs charged to the pen.
Some nice approaches here in this inning.
Kevin Cash coming out again. Every matchup he's tried for has not worked out as the Oriole batters have come through. So Erasmo Ramirez is getting loose. He'll come on as Jepson leaves with the Orioles now in front.
Kevin Cash has to keep going to the pen. The fastball, breaking ball, which is a slider, also has a curve, and the change from Ramirez. Likes to mix up the pitches. That 12.71 earned run average. A lot of inconsistencies here. He's been used in some mop-up, long relief. And here trying to get that third out. I hope the Rays can put together some offense.
Jones at second, Davis at first with 2 down. 3 consecutive hits after the walk to Machado with 2 men out kept the inning going. Navarro will take low. Orioles are familiar with Ramirez from his time in Seattle, where he was a starter. Upstairs, ball 2. Jimmy Paredes with a double, slapping it past Longoria down the line. That got the game tied. Travis Snyder got the rally going with a leadoff single. Six of the 9 Orioles have base hits, and that man Adam Jones has 4 of them. Nearly hit him, ball 3. And the Orioles have done this to the solid part of the Tampa Bay bullpen.
I'm still a little surprised that they took Carnes out. Such a low pitch count.
This ball's blooped. It's trouble left field. Here comes Geyer, and he's there for the catch. It hung up long enough, and Geyer got there for the out. Big inning for the O's. We'll head to the 8th, with the O's now enjoying a 4-2 lead.
Orioles take the lead 4-2 after being down 2-0. Darren O'Day now coming into the ball game. Take a look at his pitch arsenal. The fastball at 52%, breaking ball 47%, and he has thrown a changeup. .96 earned run average. Darren O'Day on top of his game right now. 9 1/3 innings, 8 punch outs, 1 walk for O'Day, and he's his last 6 outings he's been scoreless. So Darren O'Day looking to stop him here in the 8th inning.
Here's David Lowe. He stays in the game defensively. Pinch ran for Travis Snyder and scored the tie-breaking run, so he's in there now for his defense with O'Day on the mound. So the Orioles need 6 outs. Tampa Bay down by 2. Here's Souza, who is 0 for 3 with 3 more strikeouts. Leads the league now with 38 Ks. And cues it foul. Souza talking with Caleb Joseph.
This is when you know a hitter's in between. He turned around and he asked Caleb if that was a fastball. He didn't know what the pitch was. So
only had 1 other at bat against O'Day, and O'Day is certainly unique. That was the fastball, and he was late.
Good sinking action there from O'Day. Makes him so tough. When the fastball's down, it's going to get that sink action. When it's up in the top of the zone, it takes off. Rising fastball look.
Bounces, can't get him to chase. Souza is just 2 for his last 24, and he is 0 for his last 16. And he got him. There's the slider. He couldn't reach it.
Well, 10 miles off his fastball, so Souza out in front trying to protect a little bit. Slider starts off on the inside corner, works itself off the plate away. Souza having a hard time right now. Beautiful slider from O'Day.
Logan Forsythe has had a good game. Souza in this series is now 0 for 12, and he has struck out 9 times. Friday night he was 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Today he is 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. He doesn't know what to think. Bounce towards the hole. Cabrera backhands. He has a long throw across high, and safe is Forsythe. Another error on the O's. That allows the tying run to come to the plate.
A little chopper in the hole, and ends up getting caught on the backside. Really can't create any kind of rhythm towards his target. Just lets it go high.
For Cabrera, that's his 3rd error for the Orioles. It is their 17th. They snapped their streak yesterday. They had committed errors in 5 consecutive games. So 15 errors now in their last 13 games, and here's Longoria. Buck talks about defense just about every day. You cannot give teams extra outs and extra base runners in close games.
Defense had a rough couple weeks. Quite a test for them to try to bounce back. Only the absence of J.J. Hardy. Nothing against Cabrera. He's actually played a really good shortstop through the month of April, now into May. But, I think there is a comfort factor when you have Gold Glover J.J. Hardy out at shortstop. It just makes everybody feel a little more at ease knowing that he's kind of running the show on the field.
J.J. and Ryan Flaherty will travel home with the team and then report to Bowie tomorrow to begin their rehab assignments. And here's where the error hurts even more. You're going to be careful to Longoria anyway, but if you walk him, it gets the go-ahead run to the plate. That is Joey Butler, who's on deck. Closer Zach Britton now getting loose here in the 8th inning. 3-1 on Longoria. Good throw to first, and Forsythe diving back in safely. Day taking his time, as he should, against Longoria. Here's a strike on the corner.
Great confidence in that slider. Can throw it at any time, and really amazing how he has that good feel where he can locate it. He can throw it on the inside part of the plate. He can throw it away, swoop it off the edge. Wouldn't be surprised if Longoria gets another one here.
And the 3-2, and he got him. badly fooled Evan Longoria for a big out.
Well, that's how good that slider is. I mean, Evan Longoria, one of the best hitters in the game, doesn't know what to do with the pitch. Great location, down in the zone, good movement. And he's just trying to battle, make contact. Great pitch from O'Day. So he can get underneath that baseball, that slider spin, but he takes so much off of it, 80 miles an hour. Big second out.
David DeJesus will come up and pinch hit for Joey Butler. This gets the lefty against the righty. And with that, here comes Buck Showalter. He's got Zach Britton ready in the bullpen. So Zach will be called upon and asked to get a 4-out save. Darren O'Day struck out 2. He should have had a 3-up, 3-down inning. The error by Cabrera keeps it going. Here comes Britton in the 8th.
Fastball 88% of the time, breaking ball 12%. Fastball a dominant pitch, 1.93 earned run average. That's 4 saves this season, 13 punch outs, a couple walks for Britton.
And here's Jake Elmore, who is pinch hitting for DeJesus, who was announced as the pinch hitter for Butler. First time we've seen Elmore in this series. Forsythe at first with 2 down. There's a strike at the knees. Elmore's second pinch hitting appearance, and he's facing one of the top closers in the game in Zach Britton.
Yeah, so tough to pick up the baseball. The short arm, he gets it up behind that ear. And then quick arm speed, great late movement on the fastball.
Ground ball right at Navarro. And he'll get it to first, and Britton gets the out, and the error is left stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. O's look for some insurance, up by 2. Adam Jones time, as Adam has his third 4-hit game of the year, and the biggest of the 4 hits, the 2-run single in the 7th inning that got in Machado and Paredes, and that got the Orioles the lead at 4-2. So Adam Jones, third 4-hit game of the year, and the Orioles have the lead, 3 outs away from a win.
Another impressive day for Adam Jones with the bat. Mr. Consistency this year. Mistakes all over the field.
Delman Young fouls off the first offering from Erasmo Ramirez. Delman is the only Oriole who did not bat in the 7th inning, as they sent 8 men to the plate, scoring the 3 runs. Good off-speed pitch.
Probably Ramirez's best pitch, that changeup.
Line foul towards the Orioles bullpen. So Zach gets the final out of the 8th, and he'll stay on to try to earn the save. So a 4-out save, which he has already done this year. More than 1 inning save. The announced attendance here today, 16,652, so the largest of the 3 days. It was 9,933 on Friday night. Then the word got out, 12,789 last night, and 16,652 today. And a lot of Oriole fans in attendance. And then pops a foul.
You wonder how many actually came down from Baltimore to pitch out the game. There are a lot of fans here. Oriole spring training home in Sarasota, just south of St. Pete.
Towards the middle. Beckham to his left, throws off balance low and out in an eyelash. Delman Young thought he was safe. No reaction at all from Wayne Kirby. That was a bang-bang play as Delman was hustling down the line.
A nice play all the way around. Loney helping out Beckham on the end. That pick. It is close.
Buck is waiting for the word to see if he might challenge this.
Beckham made a nice play to get to the ball. Take a look here. That last step.
Well, the ball was in the glove, but did he have it closed in the glove? And Buck will ask for a challenge.
I wonder how they're going to rule the security of the baseball.
Because it didn't look as if he had closed the glove. The ball definitely was rolling around
the pinky of the big first baseman's mitt. Hitting that big part of the web, and it's not controlled. It's just hitting the glove.
And they quickly say out. That's not a bad challenge, though, because you never know what New York's going to see with the ball floating around in the glove.
Right.
The throw beat him by an eyelash, but the question was, did he have control? And the umpires have ruled that he did. Here's David Lowe for his first at-bat. He pinch ran in the 7th inning for Snyder and stayed in the game. David Lowe with a 4-game hitting streak, and he's had just 8 at-bats in the streak.
David Lowe always out extra batting practice with hitting coach Scott Coolbaugh. Get that swing just right.
One down on strikes on the changeup.
Nasty change here. That fading action down and away. Do what you can when you get 2 strikes, but with that late movement, hard to get the bat on the ball.
Caleb Joseph now. Bouncer towards the middle. There's Forsythe in the shift. And the second baseman from the shortstop side guns him out. So 3 up, 3 down go the O's. We head to the ninth. Britton goes for the save. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. And by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at ococean.com. Lovely day outside, Tropicana Field, St. Petersburg, Florida. And that youngster's hoping for an autograph. He's got his Sharpie, he's got his baseball. What do you mean I can't get an autograph during the game? And here's Zach Britton, got the final out of the 8th, stays on for the 9th. Loney will lead off. Beckham and Kiermaier are due next. Little low, ball 1. Zach picked up a 4-out save against the Yankees on April 14th. First save chance for Zach this weekend. Brad Brock picked up a save last night going the final inning in the 3rd. Brock came on in a 4-0 game in the 8th with the tying run on deck and then stayed on. Falls behind 3-0.
You wonder how this string of great starting pitching is going to affect the bullpen. You know, one week you're worried that the bullpen's going to be overused, and then next thing you know, you're not getting enough work. But I think that's a good problem to have if your starters can get deep into the game. I don't think Zach Britton wanted to walk Loney there. At least Zach Britton has that big sinker ball weapon. Get you down in the zone, and you're going to get a ground ball.
Got to be careful with Beckham. He has some pop in his bat. See 3 home runs. This is not a long ball hitting team. They have just 20 as a club. There's a strike. Loney not a threat to run, especially in this spot. Rays her down to their final at bat. Strike 2.
That's a good pitch right there, 96 miles an hour. And you can see the effect as Beckham just jumping out of the way. Fastball's all over the plate, but it's so hard to pick up, and it's moving all over the place.
And he got him. Blows it by him at 96. So Beckham down on strikes, 1 away.
He didn't get a good look at the second fastball, so Caleb says, let's go right back in there. Britton doesn't miss the spot. Beckham tries to pull the hands in there to get the bat head to the ball, but it's already by him.
Asdrubal Cabrera is going to pinch hit for Kiermaier. Now, Cabrera didn't start in this game because he has hit so poorly right-handed. But with Britton so tough on left-handers, I guess Kevin Cash figures, what the heck? let's put him up there.
Yeah, Kiermaier not great success off lefties either.
Asdrubal Cabrera's batting just 118 against left-handed pitching. Fouls it straight down at the plate. Cabrera started the first 2 games 0 for 7 with a walk. He actually had the biggest at bat in Tillman's game on Friday night. He drew the 2-out walk. Tillman had retired 11 in a row, and Cabrera drew a 2-out walk in the 4th. Longoria then followed with a double to drive in a run, and Loney followed with a single to drive in a run, and those were the only runs of the game. All on a strike on Asdrubal Cabrera. Foul again at the plate. So the only player left on the bench for Tampa Bay is the other catcher, Bobby Wilson. Cash used 2 players for 1 move last inning when he sent DeJesus up to face O'Day. And when Britton came on, Elmore went up to replace DeJesus. And a foul tip held by Caleb Joseph. Ice cream coned it, but he had it.
Yeah, nice play there by Caleb. Another beautiful sinking fastball. Great velocity from Zach Britton, 96 miles an hour. Now he's working him in hard. Caleb wants the fastball away. Well, there it is, and it's sinking. Look at this late movement, just diving at the end. Nice job by Caleb to hang on to it for 3rd strike.
Number 9 batter Rene Rivera up. And a chopper slowly at the 3rd. It will go foul. And he flips it in the crowd to some Oriole fans. Rivera is hitless in the game, 0 for 3. Runner goes. They're not defending second base, so Loney just takes second base. That will not be a stolen base. I should say should not be a stolen base.
Okay.
O's a strike away from getting 2 out of 3 here in Tampa. Chopper towards 3rd. Manning will charge. And he guns it to 1st, and the ball game is over. And the Orioles get the series, and doing it the hard way, dropping the opener and winning back-to-back games. Adam Jones with a big game, 4 hits, and he broke the tie with a 2-run single in the 7th inning. So just a real good weekend for the Orioles here after tough circumstances at home. Lost a tough one 2-0 Friday night and bounced back to win the series by winning the last 2. Final score here at the Trop, the Orioles 4 and the Rays 2.